Hello, we are Team BluePrint from Section 1, and this is our Phase 1 for the project. I am Takiat Ahmida, and I will present the introduction of our document. First, we have the purpose. The purpose of this user requirement document is to outline all the requirements, both functional and non-functional, for the development of the digital mental health literacy hub, which aims to be an accessible and comprehensive digital platform for higher education students to get educated about their mental health, lessen the stigma surrounding it, and provide support for their mental health issues. This document outlines the needs and expectations the users and other stakeholders have of the system and is needed for the design and development and validation of the digital mental health literacy hub system. It serves to facilitate communication between the users and the design development team to ensure they have same understanding of the system requirements. The main audience for this document is Dr. Nuraini Ibrahim, the head of project for this project. Next, we have the scope. The software product of this project is the Digital Mental Health Literacy Hub, a comprehensive digital platform focused on mental health literacy for higher education students. And this will have educational modules, self-assessment tools, anonymous discussion forum, and access to support from specialized AI and professional mental health experts. The functionalities are to provide interactive educational modules, provide self-assessment tools, allow students to schedule appointments, identify high-risk behavior and allow intervention, and have peer support forum where students can post anonymously and also report harmful or inappropriate posts in the peer support forum. The system will be a mobile responsive web software, so it will allow the students to access it from any device, and this will allow students to gain more awareness of mental health and also help in case of emergencies. The system cannot, however, ensure anonymity in case of violating legal regulations or in emergencies where interventions are necessary. Self-assessment tools in the system can also never replace professional diagnosis. Here are some of the definitions of the acronyms and abbreviations used in this document. Next, we have the overview for this document. So this document is divided into 5 sections. First, we have the introduction, which is the purpose, and then scope, overview, etc. And next, we have the section 2 with the goal model. Third, we have the as-is process analysis, where we study the process of the current system of the UTM Counseling Center and the swim lane diagrams for the processes. And in the fourth section, we have the proposed to be system, where we can see the processes based on the requirements we gathered, and then we also have the swim lane diagrams for those processes. Last, we have the appendix. Here is section 2, which is the goal model. We have the main root goal here, which is improving state and literacy of students' mental health, and you can see and decomposition of the main sub-goals, which are all necessary. And also, main sub-goals have some further sub-goals, which some can be, like either of them can be chosen, so they are represented with or decomposition. This is all from me. Thank you.
Meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon. I'll be presenting the as-is analysis of first 3 key processes currently used in managing student mental health support at the university. These existing processes highlight major gaps that our proposed systems aims to solve. For the first process, this is student seeks mental health help manually. Currently, when students feel overwhelmed, they must initiate help seeking themselves. This is often done by visiting the university website, asking peers, or physically going to the psychological service center. There is no central platform to guide them. This causes confusion, delays in getting help, and reinforces mental health stigma. There is also no tool for self-assessment or early intervention, making the whole process reactive instead of proactive. And This is the streamline diagram of first process. And for the second process, even when a student decides to seek professional help, scheduling an appointment is a manual, outdated process. They have to send emails, call, or visit the office directly. This causes miscommunication, missed appointments, and long waiting times. There is no real-time calendar, no self-booking system, and counselors must manage appointments with spreadsheets or verbal confirmations. This process wastes time and discourages students from following through. This is the Sunland diagram for second process. Third process is faculty noticing and reporting at-risk students. Faculty members often notices when students are struggling, but there is no structured way to report or intervene. Faculty might send an informal email or talk directly to a student, but these actions lack confidentiality, follow-up, and documentation. Without training or proper system, many cases go unnoticed or are handled inconsistently. This results in missed opportunities for early support and puts both students and faculty at risk. These current process show why centralized digital platform is urgently needed to support student mental health efficiently. With the digital health literacy hub, we aim to address these problems and provide timely, structured, and accessible mental health support to all students. Thank you.
This is the LA's process for informal peer discussion on mental health. The issue in the current process is a fear of judgment and lack of privacy, risk of escalation, no dedicated platform, and also lack of oversight. And what is the improved suggestion? And we will have a dedicated anonymous forum, and we integrate the automated tracking and reporting mechanisms, include community guidelines, and also implement the anonymity features, such as nickname and etc. And this is our streamline diagram. We'll start with the students, and when feeling stresses, we join the informal group, and we share experience and post in the group. And when we receive the peer response, sometimes it will be judged by the other, but sometimes we will feel supported. And the judged by other is what we are trying to avoid. And now we are going to the purpose to be processes. Okay, the process one, the student access the mental health module. Okay, with what we are proposed, you have a digital mental literacy hub with the self-assessment tool and also the educational modules. And our business rule is all our assessment tool must be based on radical psychological instrument and keep up to date. And the system must be aligned with the national strategy plan for the mental health by supporting the digital screening tools and also improving the mental health literacy. The system must include a user feedback mechanism to continuously improve the service quality. And the system must clearly communicate its purpose, scope, and limitation to users. And this is our streamline diagram. When a student will start to log in the system, and the DMHL will be authenticate the credential and also show the dashboard to the modules based on the student user. And you start the self-assessment, and our system will display the form. And after it done the answers, we process the answer and output a result report. And after done all this, we ask the student to suggest for the module. If yes, we will suggest more module and let him to select a module. And we gain the access for him and track the progress. If no, we just end this. And to be process 2, the counseling appointment schedule with online. This system will enable the student to easily schedule the counseling appointment by selecting the available time slot and receiving the instant email confirmation. Our business rule is the system will provide a self-service appointment scheduling interface for students, and it will must be aligned with the national strategy plan also by supporting the digital screening tool by approving mental health literacy. And it will retrieve the information automatically from my apps and will send the automatic confirmation email to the students. What is the workflow like? As time, when you log into a platform, you alternate the login and we go to the appointment pages. The student will ask to enter the matching number and the system will fetch the student info by the my app databases and autofill the user data. Okay, then and request the available slot from the counselor availability database and get available counselors and times and display the slot. Then the student can select the time and date and the counselor and submit the appointment request. Then we'll set the appointment and count out a confirmational email. Then we'll schedule the reminder email. If the student want to reschedule, you can also go back to the request available slot processes.
My name is Bakir Sakib Hakim and I'm going to explain about the to be process 3 and 4. For the to be process number 3, lecturer can report student exhibiting symptoms of distress using a safe online reporting method in a digital mental health literacy hub. The technology alerts counseling officer, protects faculty confidentially, and leads them via a standardized reporting form without disclosing private student information. A feedback method notifies lecturer that the report has been acknowledged. For the business rule, there are five. First one is to maintain security and accountability. Report must be submitted using an authenticated login. The second one is in accordance with PDPA, every report that is filed is encrypted and kept in a secure location. C, or the third one, before submitting a report, faculty members are required to acknowledge a disclaimer about privacy and non-diagnosis. Next, file report must be answered by counseling officer within 3 business days. The last one is the system must give faculty member an unidentifiable assurance that the report was received and is being processed. For the streamline model, start from the faculty member to log into the hub and then access the report at risk student feature and then fill in the observation forum. And then the system will validate the input and secure the data and send the report to counseling officers. And then the counseling officer will review it and decide and then send it back to the system, the faculty acknowledgement without any private. For to be process number 4, the Digital Mental Health Literacy Hub provides students with access to a monitored anonymous discussion forum. Without disclosing personal information, they can ask for peer help or exchange experience. The system flags hazardous content for counselor assessment and maintain a safe atmosphere using human moderators and automatic filters. There are 7 business rules. The first one is post on forum must remain anonymous. The second one is an AI moderation program filters posts to identify objectionable or dangerous content. Next is counseling officer are automatically notified of anything that poses a severe risk. Next is within a day, human moderators examine posts that have been flagged. Next one is participation in forum must adhere to community norms, which is automatically accepted at initial login. Next one is forum posts are prohibited from sharing any personal information, and it is enforced by keyword filter. And then the last one is for transparency, an audit record of every moderator action must be maintained. Okay, for the swimlane model, start with student to log into the hub and then access the anonymous peer forum feature, and then they're gonna post or reply to a topic, and then the system will anonymize the post and scan the content using moderation filters. If it yes, it will straight publish, and if it's a flag, will be reviewed by website administration whether is it severe risk or not, and then it will decide if yes it will be initiate intervention process, and if it's not, moderate content manually, and both will be come to an end on the counseling office.